Okay, it's about 9:30 in the morning now. This morning being Tuesday, November 5th, 2013, and I'm basically taking down the old ceiling wall board. The ceiling board, or wall board and ceiling board is the same thing. This particular ceiling had a cottage cheese, textured paint job. It looks dark gray because there was a fire here in the kitchen. So the dark gray, almost black ceiling, of course, made this room seem very dark. And let's see, I'm gonna get there's the false ceiling. There are actually two ceilings in this area of the downstairs. The 2x4s that you see running this way, those constitute a false ceiling, and that was the structure that was put in, I'm guessing, sometime in the 1970s to hold up the wall board. However, if you look closely, just above this structure, there's another structure. And that's the joists and the floorboards upstairs. And that's the real ceiling. That's where the ceiling should be. So this ceiling is really low. I'm about 6 feet tall, and the ceiling height in here is at about 6'3" to 6'5". I always feel like I have to bend my head down when I'm walking through here. But I started about an hour and a half ago working on this, and a big chunk of the ceiling came down here, and I put it over here. This. Let's see. Yeah, that's the big piece that came down. There's a few large pieces that came down, but now most of the ceiling is down, and what's left is coming down in these stubborn little pieces. Like I said, I'm mystified as to why somebody would build a false ceiling with 2x4s. Generally, a false ceiling is put in place to hang, ceiling material, but also to hide wires and pipes and things like that. And that I understand, but usually false ceiling material is made of material that's much lighter. So maybe, I don't know, maybe they had these 2x4s from another job and they wanted to use them here, and I guess that's what happened or something. But generally you don't see something as heavy as 2x4s for a false ceiling. But it may be the 2x4s that helped contain the fire, because here's where the fire was, and these are charred 2x4s here. They're all coming out. Actually, all the false ceiling is coming out, and so are the wires and the pipes. Everything that's hanging in here is old and obsolete, and it's fire damaged, and it's broken, and so the whole false structure is going to come down either today or like in the next few days. I'm just going to take it down. I'm going to start down here where I've already started here. You can kind of see, here's a couple of pieces where I sawed them, and I just pulled this part down, and it's really difficult to see. Yeah, it's very difficult. Yeah, so there's the real ceiling, and the floor upstairs. These are the real joists that are actually part of the structure. But then this was all added, basically to hide things like this pipe and wiring and other things. So, duct work for air conditioning and that sort of thing. So, but we're stripping it all down. And anyway, this is what I'm working on today. So, I think I'm gonna take a before picture of this and then work on this some more.